What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Chaz Custom Auto Cars coming at you guys with part 2 of the project updates. And these are the last of the projects I'm going to share with you all until I can get ahead on the other ones. I will be posting updates and stuff like that as things gets done and all that stuff before the build review and all that. So, but anyways, I have the last 4 I'm going to share with you all. And yeah, that's about it. So let's go ahead and just shoot you guys off in the video and share with you guys what I got going on. So here we go. First project I've got going on is the Foose Custom Cadillac Eldorado, which I'm calling this one Radillac. It could be the purple one, maybe not, I don't know. But had a change of heart. Put it outside, let it rust, let it do its thing, you know, all that good stuff. But anyways, yeah, so here's the Radillac. Did the salt method, you know, the primer red and then salt, and then spray canned some satin apple green, and weathered it. Used different acrylics and the AK Interactive. Drilled out the holes with my Dremel. Did some little things here. Now the funny thing is the I used a lot of the purple stuff, and some of the purple masking stuff didn't come off, but for the most part it came out pretty good. And I got to detail, or I got to finish this up under here as well. So still got to detail out the finish weathering the soft top here, which, as you can see, it looks pretty weathered. The car's painted in Satin Canyon black with matte clear. The engine is in there. I have to paint the little clips, but I did scratch build my own oil cooler lines using the Protec stuff, and the bolts I made from styrene polygon tubing. As you can see, I've made my own proportional valve for the brake lines, and it's going to be running to the back. Got one part that's running to the back. There I've got my shortened exhaust with the aluminum tips. Scratch built this little brake system there. It's going to be attached to the brake booster. The decals actually go really good with the paint scheme. So there's my fuel line. I've got a fuel pump in there. I deleted the generator, so don't have that no more. It is sitting kind of cambered. The brakes are plumbed, but I'm going to scratch build some airbags or something for the front. So, but here's the rear suspension. It's got the AMT parts pack tires with the 49 Merc Cadillac Sombrero wheels. Here's the body. It's all been weathered and everything. Remove the little front things here. I've got a 49 Merc grill on the front. It's been modified to fit. The interior is all finished, and I'll talk more about that. But the little guy's got feathers in his hat. He's got bulging eyeballs from the base. So there you go. But again, talk more about that later on. Next up, I have the AMT race car hauler that I've been building. So it's just basically as is, nothing special or fancy with it. But this is what I have so far. Here's the interior, which I got the seats in there and the little shifter thing. I still have to work on the dash, which is just flat black primer. Same with the interior, got to do a little stuff to it. The seats and the steering wheel is a satin nutmeg brown. But I did lose my my steering shaft that goes from here into the steering box, so I'm looking for that right now, and I don't know where it's at. I've actually searched 3 or 4 different times. So there you go. Still got a few more things to do to that. And here's the engine I still got to paint. Wow, it's in there. But here's the chassis. It's pretty big. Got the radiator in there. It's painted in the flat primer black with matte clear. I've got the wheels attached. Now the tires were fidgety, and same with the rings, which actually broke. A couple of them broke. Very fragile, so, but got it done. Still got to paint this black right in here, but for the most part, I mean, it's looking good. Got a couple Pro Streets for you guys. I have the Pontiac J2000 Pro Street, which technically I was not going to work on. I was only going to focus on the Beretta Pro Street that I was building. But because I was looking at the box art and the color that they chose for the tub and everything, like, or the for the tubs and the whole interior thing, it made me change the color of the color plans I had for this car. So what I did, since I already painted the engine block red, I put that with the Pontiac J2000 along with the carbureted parts and the down exhaust. I took the parts from the Pontiac J2000 and I added it to this one. So let me show you guys what's going on. I'm going to be making a Cal induction hood. First it was just going to be a regular stock hood, but decided to go the Cal induction instead. The body is painted in metallic aluminum. That's why I changed the colors. So there it is. It's got 2 coats of clear on it. I need to shine it up. I didn't want to be too clear. Got a bare metal foil all that in there, or I might not, you know, just depending on how I'm feeling. But I will bare metal foil all that under there. But there you go. Now the other reason why I decided to change the color is because the color that I went for the chassis and everything and the roll cage is a metallic, it's a rose gold metallic by Rust-Oleum. Hold on a second, guys. I do apologize. My lighting is not the best. It's a very sparkly color. So there you can see all the Pontiac J2000 parts on there. Still got to do some plumbing and some more wiring, but I do have a Morgan Automotive Detail distributor in there, which is plumbed into the MSD 7AL box. So got a few things painted in the metallic silver. Use a little bit of sandpaper for the little mat there. Seats are 3D printed racing seats from Stig 800. He sent me a bunch of those, so I'm putting those to good use. It was a little tight fit, but they fit nonetheless. There you go. Still got to do some touch-up paint. Use some Tamiya titanium gold, which kind of fits everything. So the other reason, as you can see, the seats and the steering wheel are painted in a satin nutmeg brown, so it kind of goes along with that. Painted the engine block in the titanium gold as well. And just like on the Pontiac J2000, the struts were painted in like a clear blue almost, so I did that. Here's the door panels. Satin nutmeg brown, same with the top of the dash. The wheels and tires are from the 67 Pontiac, or 67 Chevelle Pro Street, sorry, not Pontiac, but the Chevelle Pro Street. Decided to use that. And here's the front tires, along with the brakes, resin brakes from Clearly Scale. So these rotors really worked out really well. I've had these for a long time. Didn't know what build to put it on, and this was it. So moving along to the J2000 Pro Street. Which kind of like the colors kind of took off there for me. Wanted something to complement the engine block that was painted red with matte clear on it. So I went ahead and with the satin apple green that I painted the Eldorado with. So there you go. I got to do some touch-up paints on the inside here, but for the most part, here it is. I also molded in the exhaust little indent here. I tried to mold in the door lines, but it kind of failed at that one, as you can see. Let me get this box out of the way. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I did mold in the bumper pretty well. So there you go. Roll cage is in satin canyon black with automotive clear. I do have a molded in Haltech digital dash by VCG Resins. The tack has been removed. The reservoir bottle's been removed. So just a few things. I did add the top of the radiator there because it didn't come with the J2000 kit. I also removed the NOS on here as well. Now originally I was going to have the door panels in red, which were molded, but I have an extra one. I'm going to paint these black. Do the same thing. Here's the front clip. I've got the hood scoop on there. I've got the front clip molded together to the front bumper. I'm going to bare metal foil the inside there. Still trying to figure out how the grill is going to fit. Right now it's not fitting for some reason. So there it is. It's complete. Got to do some touch-up paint on that. Here's the bucket seats with the removed headrest. Front and rear wheels are blacked out. Satin Canyon black with matte clear. And I have brakes for the fronts, and I've got a little tubing in here for the rear brake lines. Here's the downed exhaust. And here's the chassis. The engine is attached. Now, when I painted this, and it was already dry, thankfully, but I accidentally knocked it over onto from my dresser into the carpet, and the front of this broke off. But it broke off about here, which was fine. Not the struts, you know what I mean? So, but when I glued the engine and just glued it, and worked out pretty well. So I did have this side attached, but because the roll cage is not fitting, I got to leave that off. I do have an extra little baffle here. I've removed the battery, so the battery would be in the back somewhere next to the fuel tank, kind of deal. Aluminum heads and everything like that. So you're not going to see all that there. I might be bare metal foiling all that. And this is all molded in. I just cut out the door panels and I molded it together along with the rear deck here. So for the door panels will be a satin black to go with everything. So there's underneath. So I will be attaching the wheels to this one tonight. Well, this concludes part 2 to the project updates. Hopefully all of you enjoyed. Thank you all for taking the time to watch my videos. Stay tuned for more videos coming soon. And I will have progress updates and stuff like that on these builds. I already could tell that this Beretta Pro Street is going to need a couple adjustments here and there, just by mocking it up. So, but anyways, so just a little recap. We have the AMT race car hauler, the Ford L9 8000 truck. We have the Foose Eldorado, which is called Radillac, and then we have the J2000 Pro Street Bad Apple, and the Beretta Pro Street called Silver Bullet. So, but there you go. But in the sun, this car would be very, very extra sparkly and stuff, which would be really cool. Anyways, so I'm gonna let you guys go, and until the next video, it's your boy Chaz Custom Auto Cars signing out. Peace.